Alright guys, welcome to the final step of the Trackmania Grand League Season 2. I am joined by none other than Speedy. How are you doing, man? How is it?
Hello there, thanks for having me again. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Played some basketball today, and now I'm hyped for the step because we have a step that can go either way. Nothing has been decided yet, and I'm really looking forward to this step. So I'm actually feeling very well, and yeah, my bed is not made. I'm sorry for that. Maybe I have to do it. But yeah, all good. Oops, I forgot about that. I considered everything, but not my bed today. So look over that, please. But yeah, we have a very exciting step today. And first of all, thank you for M&M for letting me and also Eric and you, Speedy, casting this this season. Was a lot of fun working with you guys. Just very, very good work. Hopefully we can do this in the future again. So thanks for that, and was also nice. So of course we have still one step and maybe even the playoffs that I'm going to cast, but it's the last step, you know. And I just want to give out some warm words. So thanks a lot for that. Okay, so let's talk about the last step a bit, because we had a very, very hectic last step where only I think 3 players were keeping their points or got away with some points. So a lot of things have happened. So were you surprised by something? Anything that sticked out to your mind or anything that you want to talk about?
I mean, the whole step basically sticks in my mind. We had the closest races. We had, I think it was 2 maps where we were separated by 100. We had people losing their points left, right, and center. Mistakes. Obviously, Peck had a really unlucky last map. I think the step had everything, so it's really hard to start somewhere, but to say that was the best step I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, from a objective point of view, it was the best step that we have seen so far. I'll definitely agree with that. But of course, you hate to see that Peck loses 24 points on this track, then I think 28 points on like the 5th map or his 6th map, because he didn't really play that good there. But of course, it was also a little bit caused by the holidays that he was taking. So of course, deserved holidays for his outstanding performance. And I think today he will be back on track and can have a saying for that top 1 battle. I definitely think that.
Definitely, and he also showed last week he has the pace to perform with the top. We also saw people like Carl Jr. struggle, so it's not like he performed bad. It was just really unlucky and really hard maps. The identities killed a lot of people there, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the day.
Yeah, me too. Also, I have some surprises listed here. Of course, we talked about Peck now. And also that Scrappy was losing his points because he had 33 points. And we take a close look into the ranking very soon. But before that, I mean, Scrappy lost 33 points and he needs a very, very good step in order to make it into the top 8. And he needs to rely on mistakes, of course. So I hope that he will make it. But there are also so many good players. Massa, Spam, Not Safe, as well as Kappa, and then other players. So everything can happen. And then we have players like Tween, Riolu, and Matt who are playing for not nothing. But I mean, they are probably not that motivated of playing this step, right?
I mean, technically speaking, they shouldn't be, but they have the ability to influence the top 8 by performing well today. So I wouldn't write them off. They can technically perform and outperform most of them. I mean, especially Bren. Bren was a favorite for me
indeed.
in the beginning.
Forgot about Bren, yeah.
Also, Riolo is a really good competitively. Tween, I have to say, got really unlucky on some steps, losing his points towards the ending.
Yeah.
When I think he won a 1v1 against Peck and Yvonne.
Yeah.
Almost won it. And then lost his points on the next map, which is really heartbreaking.
Yeah, he was very
everything
unlucky.
is open.
Yeah, and then also the map 6, of course, if you have 100 points on map 5 and you get 9th on map 6, your points are done. So everything like that can happen, and we had those things last step where a lot of people have lost their points. But yeah, let's actually go here and go a little bit into the recap. So just into the standing here. Here it is. So here we have the standings. As we can see, of course, Gwen still in the lead with, or he was claiming over the lead after that very good step that he has pulled off last week. And then we have Carl Jr. in second, Papu in third, and Peck in fourth. And I would almost say that the top 5 with Afi is kind of safe, even though Afi could also lose it. But I mean, Peck is so far ahead of Kappa, and there is 22 points between Afi and Kappa, that Afi could theoretically, so of course everyone could theoretically go out with somehow, but I think that the top 4 is safe, and Afi needs some points to be 100% safe.
I think also today the last map strategy will be really intense for people like Afi and Kappa. Simply to keep the points and stay in the top 8.
Yeah, but let's say Kappa is, let's say, okay, he's going for the last map strategy. He has gotten 5 points and then 25 points. Then he would have been at, let's say, 140 points. Let's just say that. And then Evon. Okay, Evon, yeah, he needs then a banger step. He needs 53 points to overtake him. But Spam and Massa, if they just keep their points on all the maps, they will be ahead of Kappa, right? So
definitely.
It is very, very, very close. And I think Evon and Aurel have the best chances. And yeah, I was speaking about Scrappy because he lost 33 points plus the 5 points he would have gotten for that 8th position. Or is it 5 or 6? I don't remember. 5 or 6. Something like that. Let's say he would have gotten 38 points. He would have been on 103 points and well in this battle for that top 8. And now he is there at 65 points. So this is heartbreaking to see. And he definitely needs a very good step. So Scrappy is as well as Afi. Afi could go out and Scrappy could be in. But so could also be Tween with a good step. And Yannick's as well, right? And also Bren. If they just pull out the step of their lives, they can all make it. Riolo and Mats, it's getting very unlikely. Everyone has to lose their points somehow. And I think that they are kind of done. So I see them in the combine. And I'm not even sure how much they practiced. But I hope they do, because they can set a sign to just, hey, you know what? I'm still here. I will be back in the next season, right? So
definitely,
I'm gonna wait for you. So just set a sign, no match fixing or anything. And that's what I hope, that not a player is putting the head into the sand. And yeah, will definitely be a good one. So that's it about the recap here of the step. So to sum up, it's do or die for a lot of players. And also to give sort of the Peck point of view again, he didn't train the maps a lot last week. And he has shown us on step 4 how good he can be. So I think Peck will be one of the players who is the most dangerous here to win a map. So I think he will definitely have a saying and battle it out against the top players. Okay, so that's it for that. And now we're gonna go into the map presentation. And hopefully the sound is not that loud this time. Have to adjust here everything. Let's go like that. And then we have the maps here. So we will start today with a map that is called BumpyJumpy, where Peck unfortunately has lost 24 points with the 11th place. So you can see the ice part beginning here, which is good to play in Cam 1 and hard for Cam 2 players. So it's again a multi-style map like every Trackmania Grand League maps. And then there's a little bit of a tech section coming up here. And a part, when I really played it, it really confused me here, this reactive boost part. Because if you go a little bit too far to the left here and don't approach it like Peck here, you will just fly off and you need to stay on the ground with the reactive boost, else you lose a lot of speed. Then Peck went here for that safe way over the dirt. And you really need to hold your gear and get a good transition here onto the normal section again, and also get a lot of speed in that freewheel section. Peck did that very well here. Also, you get a little bit of airtime if you do it good, so that's the indicator. And now we're gonna go into the identity, where you have sausage blocks, where you have to jump between trees 4 times. So you see 1, then there's the second jump, and the third jump. So a very, very precise jumping is required there. And then the last jump is here just before the finish line. So that's the first map. Really nice driving here from Peck. And the second map, maybe you all know it as well, it is Circles. It was the third map on the 5th step, and it was very close here actually between 1st and 8th position. So I expect a very close battle here again, where we have this reactive boost part at the beginning again. So we have a lot of reactive boosts coming up into this step, and also a very speedy tech section on that long blocks here that you can see, and then followed up by yet another ice section that is coming up here. So really important that you don't hit the triangle to the right there, but to the left it can all happen because ice, it is very hard to get a good transition on them. But yeah, I mean, if you practice those tracks a little bit, it is definitely possible. Then another reactive boost section into the full speed section, and then there's this drift that you have to get beforehand, and then another freewheel section. So a lot of like blocks that influence your car are on those first two maps. And now the identity where we have just 2 half-pipe jumps. So very cool map here, and definitely a map where players have to risk, have to push, especially the players who are in the bottom 8 right now. Okay, so those are the opening maps. You don't lose points on them. And then we will go to the semi-final maps. You lose 50% of your points if you finish in the bottom 8 positions. And the first map that will be played is Dune, where Peck was on P15 last time. So it was the map where Scrappy lost his 33 points. So it can really happen, but you can see a techie start. It was the map that I really liked from the 5th step the most. It was very smooth driving here. The tech section, it felt super satisfying when you get those drifts well, but also very punishing if you make a mistake, because you lose a lot of time because you just go over 300 kilometers almost every time here, going into that little bit of a less speedier section. Yeah, it is a cool map. I really like it, and you can really push it here. And then also this identity is not too hard. So actually, Speedy, what is your favorite map of this step? Do you have any favorite map? Or?
I mean, my favorite map, probably BumpyJumpy, simply because it's a more skill-based, less luck-based, if I can say it like that, map. Because if you screw up there, you can hardly catch up again, as we saw last week as well. So for me, this is the most draining map in a sense, because you have to perform, otherwise you're out.
Yeah, indeed. And here, I mean, you just named it. The identity is not that random, and you can see the bug side here. You can easily miss a line there. Almost Peck has done it there. He went too far to the left. So it can really happen that you just are unlucky, and it is not going that good. So that was map number 3, and in the semi-final maps we also have map number 4, which is GlacierHiking. Also a map that I really found hard to learn, especially those speed checks here at the beginning. It looks so easy when Peck does it, but this first jump that Peck was clearing there, it is super hard to do. So it is not that easy, I can tell you that. This jump is not that hard, but you want to get it as low as possible to gather a lot of speed, and then of course also get a good alignment here over the grass section, and get yourself as much speed as possible over the ice section, which really is a super decisive part again. So I reckon that this track was the shortest of this map pack, because I mean, you remember we were casting last week and the map was so quick, it was barely over 6 minutes really.
I believe the fastest time was like a super low 1 minute by Gwen.
Yeah.
So this is definitely the fastest one.
And we also see this identity being done differently with the reactor boost up attached, that you don't get the ice. But yeah, exactly, it was a very, very close map. And now we have the new maps coming up in here, which is SnowStep. So the identity was made by Sitoxe for Virtual's mapping competition. He's one of my viewers, so cheers to you. Thanks for contributing to the Trackmania Grand League, and also a very cool map. I'm not sure if he built this map, maybe it's just the identity. I could imagine that Firestorm has built this map, but I'm not sure about that. So you can see again a very, very fast map, I would say, with a lot of transitions that you have to clear, but not unlike the other map that will come up as the last map. And then we have a section where players can easily fail before this identity. I really want to stress that out, because they can push it a lot. You have to go actually between some trees just in a minute, and it's a very tight section, and just before that you slow down so everyone has kind of the same speed, but you can see it's very, very speedy, very open, and you get a lot of speed from this track here. This part I was talking about, so you can easily mess that one up. Okay, so now the identity, you have to jump from some inclined blocks where we have grass and then ice, and then also in the end we have the normal road piece into just some transitional jumps, and this ending can also be very hard. We have actually seen Peck clipping the triangle there. This can definitely happen, but nonetheless, it was a very good one map. Now the last map, it is Semiramis. I got this name right. It is the last map, so you will lose all your points on this final map phase. And you can see again, this map is a little bit faster, I would say even. A lot of jumps that, or a lot of drifts that are triggered by transitions or jumps. So not a lot of some preparation for that drift is required. As we can see, the auto slide way are super fast, almost surpassing that 400 kilometers per hour. And then again, a jumpy transition here. And the identity here is, yeah, I would say also one of the more skill-based identities, where you have to align your car just perfectly for a jump, but we will come to that in a minute. So I think the last identities are a little bit more skill-based. Maybe the eyes on lap number 5 can be decisive, but you can see here, this is the identity. You have to get the right amount of speed, right angle here, and Tech does this one perfectly fine. So I would say those maps are skill-based. A little bit more than, let's say, step number 3. So I really like them. I like this map pack. What do you think about that, Speedy?
I generally like the last maps that they released, especially because the races were so close on them.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a really close step again. I'm also hoping that the bottom 8 people that, technically speaking, cannot make it will still perform.
Yeah.
And try to snitch some points away.
Yeah, just for the mentality of a good race, you know? Just,
yes.
It's for nothing, but still, they maybe want to have a good race. So I definitely agree with that as well. And now let's actually go here into my predictions. Or let's just go through the maps. Again, we have BumpyJumpy, your favorite map, and then also Circles, where I think the races will be super close as well, because people will risk. And then we have, like, let's say 5 people who will fail it, but the other 11... let's just say an arbitrary number, will battle it out here for the 20 points and also for the 2 additional points for that fastest lap time. Then we have Dune and GlacierHiking, maps that are also pretty cool. Maybe Dune is the most random map, and also GlacierHiking can be super unforgiving because it's so fast-paced in this identity. And then the last tracks are SnowStep and Semiramis. So, will be a very nice step and a very close step indeed. Okay, now there are my predictions. So, my prediction today is that Peck will win it today and also win the whole thing. That he will do a banger of a step, so no jinx intended here. But I just see him just playing super good. He showed what he can do. And then I think Spam will be in second because he's just a very competitive driver, can cope the pressure very well, and everyone in that third position. What is your bet? Anything you want to stress out?
I mean, I will agree that Peck is most likely going to win it. I think he licked blood last week and now he wants revenge. For second place, I'm not necessarily with Spam. I would more likely see Gwen, based on his last week's performance. And for third place, I really hope for Evan.
Yeah,
that would be a dream comeback for him.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think Evon is like the fan favorite. I really cheer for him as well. It's so deserved because he plays so good. And I really hope that he's going to make it into the playoffs. But of course we have Massa and Spam as well, who are very competitive drivers. But I doubt that, guys, don't add me for that, but I doubt that Massa is going to make it because he is such a risky driver and he tends to make a lot of mistakes. So that's like my my thoughts about Massa.
I mean, Massa is definitely a wildcard player, so he can perform, but it can all go down the drain as well in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
So we have to look out for it. I won't write him off, but I'm not as confident as with a Gwen or with an Ebon.
Agreed. Definitely agree with that. And also, I think that Peck will just drive out of his mind today. He really licked blood. And as we can see here in the standing again, he is only, quote-unquote, 35 points behind. So he can make it happen. It will be hard to catch up to Gwen because he played super well on the last couple of steps. And now he is already in first position. So he played super, super good. And yeah, we will see. It will definitely be an interesting step. Guys, put your bets, the top 3, in the chat. I'm really interested to see how you are thinking about that. Also, Aurel, we have not talked about Aurel. He can potentially make it as well, but he was the most unlucky player here in this competition, because every player who's in the top 8 right now belongs there somehow. But Aurel had the 5th most points and is on P10 because he lost just so many points. That's just very unfortunate to see for him, but hey, that's how the point system is, right?
Just goes to show that you should not fail on the end, yeah?
Yeah, it's not over till it's over. Okay, so now I have the trailer for you guys, and then we just go into the game. So I'll be right back. It will briefly explain the format for the last time, so enjoy it, and I'll see you in a minute.
Welcome to a Trackmania Grand League step. Let's zoom in on how a step works. Each step is played under the champion mode, which consists of 6 races taking place on 6 different maps. In each race, the 16 players will start the race at the same time and will execute 6 laps. The player with the best lap time is given 2 extra points for every race. For the first 2 maps, part of the opening phase, players get warmed up and win points according to their position. For maps 3 and 4, things heat up, and the players who finish the race in 9th to 16th place lose half of their points won from the previous maps. Every player still wins points for the maps being played based on their position. For the 2 final maps, the pressure is on and everything is at stake. Players finishing the race in 9th to 16th place lose all the points that they have won so far. In conclusion, step points are fully determined at the end of map 6. And these step points are then added to the global ranking.
Alright, that was the explanation here. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask Speedy or me. And now we are in the game. And we will start just in 8 minutes. So I'm really hyped for that step. It's the last time we going to cast this second season. Because, of course, it's the last step. And I'm really looking forward for that. Alright. Okay, so let's just do it like that. Okay. So we have already some bets. Peck, Cole, and Evon is the bet by Patrick. And then we have Hawkey, who's betting Gwen, Peck, and Cole Jr. for that top 3 after today. Okay, so after today, he's already doing that. So he thinks that Peck will go up into that 2nd position. And Cole Jr. will also, yeah, get overtaken by Peck here. Interesting bet.
Actually sounds quite fair considering how Carl Jr. performed last week. He lost his points, I think, twice and ended up with around 10 points. So there definitely was some struggle. It definitely helped Peck as well, such that he doesn't fall off too much.
Yeah.
So for today, this is actually quite interesting, yeah?
Oh yeah, as Peck is training this last map here with the other players. And we can see the map here is also featuring Firestorm. So Firestorm has contributed a lot for this competition. And I really like that because he's, I think, the most gifted map builder in Trackmania. And yeah, exactly, it's a fair bet. Carl Jr. just had one really good step. Then he had some sort of okay steps. And now he's just, you know, chilling a bit. Because there's no incentive of getting first position.
Definitely.
Okay. So of course you can also cheer for Peck. Just type in go and then space Peck in order to cheer for him. Let's get him some hearts. Just do it like that. Wait a minute. Let me do it here. So go Peck. Just like that. And you will cheer for him. So that's cool. And yeah, 5 minutes to go. So anything you want to talk about? Anything that maybe got into your mind just now or anything related?
Something I just noticed and also read on Twitter some minutes ago is that Yannick will not show up today due to some personal issues. Which leaves us with 15 players, which makes me question if the point system will change in any way. Or if we keep the top 8.
Yeah, I see. I definitely see what you're talking about because that's kind of match fixing, right? And we had that in the beta season as well, where I think we had 2 or 3 players actually not showing up for a step. But first of all, I hope that Yannick is good and nothing too bad happened in his personal life, because personal life always goes over Trackmania. So hopefully everything will go well. And I wish you the best, man. So just to say that, because you know, there are more important things than Trackmania. Of course, it's a good thing to just watch a cast or play the game or play yourself. You know, even either competitively or just casually. But personal life is always more important. But yeah, 15 players, so that means that one less player is in the in the bottom 7, let's say it like that. So yeah, it will definitely change some things.
It'll be definitely interesting to see, because if they will change the point system, which I don't believe will happen, but let's theorize, and we only have the top 7 keeping the points, this could shake up the field quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly, but I think it would be a bit unfair then. I mean, if 14 players would play now, this would make sense, but now we have 15 players,
Yes.
so 8 players would lose their points. So I think they just should keep it like that. And
It would make the most sense as well, yeah.
yeah. And then also, like, what should you do for that 8th position? Yeah, I mean, somehow Yannick's had the chance of being in the top 8. But let's say maybe a Gwen or someone like that. Because Yannick's, he seemed very fast for me. But he was not really... He was there on some maps, but not on all maps, you know. So I don't know how he would have performed on those tracks. But
It's
yeah.
definitely, it's definitely a really draining format, especially with the 6 maps that you have to learn. You can obviously always pull this last map strat that we always talk about, but
Yeah.
its success varies. It's not always working.
Yeah, it's not always working.
Yeah, and also the mental game. Like, screwing up map 1 or 2, maybe if map 3, and then coming back is something really tough. And anyone that played Trackmania competitively knows that can snowball you really hard, and you can make more and more mistakes. As we, for example, see a lot with Matt, where we can feel for him when he makes a mistake, and then everything goes downhill.
Yeah, he feels
So we have to see. And I think Yannick is definitely a very capable player, so I mean,
Yeah.
he deserves to be in the top 16 here. But he struggled a bit. For a top 8, it's not yet enough. He's in the Combine now confirmed, but we'll see how he will do in the next season, or in the Combine.
Yeah. So he will go to the Combine if he's not playing, of course. And yeah, exactly. A very good point. It can snowball you very hard. I think that's a good point that I want to grasp on here. Because I've seen that a lot with Massa. When Massa made a mistake, it was very hard for him to come back and get back into his rhythm. And he failed a lot of tracks afterwards. So one mistake and his mentality is a bit down. And of course, a one-map technique is not enough for a player, let's say like Aurel or even Evon, who is 19 points behind Spam and Massa. So they have to rely on more than only one map victory. It could be enough, of course, but we don't know. Do you actually know what happens when there's a tie? Don't want to forecast it here, but I don't know what will happen then. Is it the player like the points that they have gotten, or what is that then?
I would assume that they would take the points before the tie happened and take the person that was in front there. But let's actually open the rulebook for this, because honestly speaking, I'm not sure if they covered this. It's actually a really good point.
Maybe
So
there's
let's
a tiebreaker. Maybe just search for tie. I'm gonna open it as well, because we still have 2 more minutes. Tie. Penalty.
tie-breaking rules for standings.
Yeah, 26. Okay,
Head-to-head results. No, this is not it.
number of matches won. That's OGL, right?
Trackmania Grand League World Cup.
I'm actually not sure about that. Maybe they're just hoping that there's no... That's in the World Cup, yeah. Okay, it's not covered actually in the rulebook. I didn't want to forecast it here, but
Now I want to see it.
yeah. Because it could happen, right?
Definitely, it could definitely happen. I mean, mathematically speaking, hard, but we have a draw.
Yeah.
For 7th and 8th place, so I mean, why not?
And then also like for the seeding, because now what really matters, if Pack, for example, gets first, he's not playing against, let's say, Gwen, because Gwen will open up a new group. Like first and second won't play or they get an easier match, right? And you rather want to be first and second than third and fourth, because then you play against the first and second guy, you know, and you will open up the one as the top tier player, if this makes any sense. So this is what also matters here for the actual playoff phase.
I mean, the most classic Trackmania way would just be a 1v1 against both players, but it doesn't fit this format, to be honest.
Nah, it doesn't fit.
So I would have just said take the points that you had before this step, and the person in front is just staying in front. But it could also be unfair if the tie happens when the players have like 30 points between each other and the other person caught up 30 points. Then still gets screwed over. So I don't think there's a perfect solution. I'm sure they have something in their mind for it to happen, but we have to see what is the decision from Nadeo on this.
Yeah, but what we will see now is that we are going live, Speedy. That's the last step, and we are going live here. It is 20:01, so 1 minute delayed, but still, that's nothing. And it's very good. I'm really hyped for this step. And of course, we going to start with the first map, BumpyJumpy. BumpyJumpy will be the first map of the opening phase. So Paradise or Paradice and Cyclone are out. Those maps won't be played here. And now we have this map, BumpyJumpy, as the first map, where I think a lot of people will risk and go for that 20 points, especially players that are located here. Kappa, Massa, Spam, Avon, Aurel, and Scrappy. I will focus on them a little bit. Of course, I will mainly focus on Pack, but I also want to check what will happen to them to see who's gonna make it into the playoffs. But of course, if you have more points going into the semi-final and final phase, that will put much more pressure on you. So let's see what Pack can do in the warm-up, and then we will go into the helicopter cam as well.
So let's see.
So nice to see Riolo here in the warm-up, also performing pretty well. And I was speaking a bit to him, and he feels confident on a lot of maps. Of course, he knows that making it into the into the playoffs is very unlikely, but he wants to have a good race. So that's the mentality I really like. And not sure how much he has practiced map 5 and 6, because there is, of course, you can make 120 points now, but it can be very hard. But speaking of who could potentially make 120 points and who's very prepared is Pack. He's right now in the warm-up in the lead. Let's see who's in second. We have Papu and Riolo, but look at the lead already. Oh my god, Pack is doing a fantastic job here in this warm-up. Hopefully he can keep up with that pace in the actual live round, as we are starting in 10 seconds.
Yeah, Pack is definitely dominating this warm-up.
Yeah, also an interesting ice line there by Pack. Of course, maybe it was not the intended way, but we will see how he's doing it as we will go live here with the first map being the top 16. The opening step is, or opening phase is starting here of the 6th step, and that's the first map, BumpyJumpy. Let's go with the helicopter cam, with the mesmerizing helicopter cam here, and see who's gonna make it.
Once again, really lovely starts. All players so close, bunched up together.
Yeah, only Kappa
something you love to see.
Only Kappa falling a bit behind, and now Scrappy making a mistake as well. Gwen and Papu are in the lead, and then we have also Spam and Carl Jr. not with the best start, so everyone in between 1.5 seconds of each other. Scrappy finding himself a little bit further behind, but now we have this part. Aurel making a mistake as well. Pack well in the mix here, goes for that risky jump. We see Riolo going for that safe way, and it's definitely a way that I would do, but of course you want to risk it, and we can see Papu with a very good start. But let's actually go here with Pack, who didn't get the best slide, so he gets overtaken by multiple people and is now down to P10, but 0.7 of a second, it's still nothing, or even 1 second, it's nothing here. So first identity coming up, Papu 0.5 ahead, great start for him. Let's see who is going for that respawn. Everyone is making it. Spam jumping super low there. Great section, and everyone survives it here. Only Avon making that first mistake there, touching the inside there. And now we have Papu and also Gwen in P1 and 2. But Gwen with the mistake and with the respawn just before that ice section. So Gwen with the first major error here and drops down to last position.
That was definitely unexpected from Gwen. I'm not sure if he had to respawn there. By the looks of it, he had enough speed, but I guess they trained the map more, so they will know.
Yeah, I mean, those are some things I was going into as well when I practiced for Open Grand League last season. And maybe you don't have that much speed on the ice. And yeah, we can see Papu falling a bit behind by going for that safe way. And now we have Tween, Massa, and Carl Jr. in the lead. So Tween, a player who could potentially make it, is now in this battle here for that first position. Very, very nice turn here from him and also from Papu. Carl Jr. dropping a bit behind. And then we also have Massa here, who also has to push it. So what a close fight here for that top 5 as Peck is overtaking Spam here in the meantime, going to that second identity. So everyone seems to survive it here. Also a very good approach here. Massa jumps super far here. Didn't get the best speed, but looks at what Tween! Tween is dead, and Tween has to respawn here. That is unfortunate. And also Papu with a mistake. Oh, that was unfortunate here. But you can see you really need to get a very, very good landing on the sausage part.
Wow. Wow. Same as last week when Peck made the mistake. These trees, they look so easy to pass, but then, oh my god. Oh. That's literally a feels Batman for Tween.
Yeah, but it's also feels Batman for him because he really needs those ones as Peck goes super close there to the wall. What is he doing, man? And now look at that. Peck with such a huge amount of speed. What a great driving frame, man. Comes a bit closer towards Massa, but I also want to stress it out here on Massa because he's on a very, very good pace as well as Carl Jr. here. But you could have seen one small mistake on the sausage part and you are done. Really, you need to get the perfect line there, or the best line in order to get a lot of speed and to make really a good transition here. As we see Massa jumping a little bit far up again. So we see different approaches here and players are certainly coming a bit closer here as Peck will go over into the lead here. A lot of speed, and now we have a change of that first place where we have Peck in first, but Massa with a little bit more speed, but we see different approaches here. So let's follow Massa's POV as we have Peck in first position, but also Carl Jr. and Bren here. Both of the players who played the Twitch Rivals together are going hand in hand here on the podium, but what a close fight here in that fourth lap. Peck is still in the lead, but Massa has the first lap, but Bren with a mistake here touching the inside there. So that was unfortunate for him, and this leaves us with 3 players in the front who have not made a single mistake yet.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Peck is like extending his lead, risking every turn, like there's no tomorrow. It's really impressive to see, but it also he has a 3-time world champion behind him.
Yeah, and then
keeping
also
Carl Jr. behind you is already a task in itself.
Oh yeah, Peck not with the best speed here. Also, Massa didn't get the gear there, so Massa drops a bit behind, and Carl Jr. comes a bit closer here, only 0.10 of a second. But you say that it looks so risky. The driving looks so no-life and risky. But Peck is defending himself here against that world champion. But we still have 2 more identities to go here after that one. And where is Bren coming from? What? What did Bren do? Oh my god, I'm spectating Massa right now because he gives us a really good overview. And look at Bren. Bren now, despite making that mistake, is pushing it. And he maybe even wants to go into the playoffs. He could make the comeback of his life, but didn't get the best ice section here. Peck still in the lead, Carl Jr. in second, and then we have Massa not getting the best entry here into the third section, so we lose a bit of time. Didn't get the best speed outcome there, but Peck still in the lead, 0.34 of a second. What a fight here between Peck and Carl Jr., but Peck is just running away here. He's running away from him. Really nice performance by Peck, just have to say that.
I could very well imagine that Peck is currently going for the fastest lap here. Seeing his lines, and also the fact that he's having the fastest lap from the last 2 laps. Yeah, he might go for his extra points.
Yeah, also good speed here, but look at Carl Jr. Carl Jr. has just a little bit of a better line, it seems. Or maybe it was just because the car slows down that much. But yeah, he gained 0.03 of a second, so not too much. But yeah, you see it, you saw it there. It was a very, very good lap for Peck. Now the identity is coming also very smooth and good jump here. Look at that, he's increasing his lead again, and this could be a 1:12 mid for Peck. Let's see, it will be a good time. Is it the best time though? I doubt it actually, but we will see just in a minute. But still, it is Massa with the fastest lap time. It was a 1:12.80. 80.05.
Wow, how close. This was so close now.
Yeah. Oh my god, Carl Jr. coming closer. 0.15 of a second. Then we have Bren in third, overtaking Massa in the meantime. And then Spam, Aurel, Afi, Kappa in that top 8. And Matt, Tween, and Riolu. So Tween with that mistake, finding himself behind. But let's focus here on this battle for that first position, as Pack is still on the lead. I thought that Carl Jr. went for the attack, but he had a misalignment and had airtime there. So Bren will overtake him. So Bren now up to that second position. Carl Jr. with a small error, and you can see one small mistake, and you are down here. You get overtaken by one person. And Pack is on his way to clock in 20 points here. He's more than 1 second ahead. Just when I speak about that, it's Bren coming a bit closer to that C. Can Bren actually catch up to him? Else it is Pack who will take home that 20 points. Only a couple of more jumps are remaining. This jump as well. Pack, oh my god, I thought for a minute that he was touching the barrier. But no, Pack will survive it, and Pack will win map 1 ahead of Bren, Carl Jr., Massa, Spam. And then we have Aurel ahead of Kappa in the ending, and Scrappy in P8. What an impressive performance by Pack. Wow.
That was a great last lap. It looked scary, but everything was safe in his hands. Just wow. Great opener again, like last week.
Yeah, Tween went for the fastest lap though. So Tween P12 for him, plus 2 points. So this is coming in handy as well. But you see, Tween has now, with that, he has 50 points. And the others have also gotten themselves a lot of points. But the leader of the step is Pack with 20 points. Brennan second, so also a very great effort for him, as he will slowly but surely move up into the leaderboard. He looks very trained. He looks very trained, Speedy.
Definitely, and as I said, we never can write him off. He was a favorite. He, technically speaking, is still a favorite. He's just so far away with points that I have my doubts, but I let myself be surprised.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope he can make it.
So the next map is by Link, called Circles. A map that I found also a little bit hard, especially those ice sections here, where we have 2 of them, and also the quote-unquote full-speed section. I found them really hard to drive, but of course those players are no-lived, and they will make it happen here. As we see Afi and Riolu in the lead in this warm-up. I've not seen too much from them on the first map, where Afi is almost safe if he will just keep some points. But never say never, we don't know. Massa, Spam, and also Aurel have gotten themselves a lot of points. But you really want to get in that top 2 position. You really want to get 20 or 14 points. Because you can see Massa is 4th position and has half the points of Pack. So just keep that into consideration. Of course, if you get 4th on every map, it is perfect. You get 60 points. But you want to push it more. You really want to get those big boy points.
Definitely. I believe also this map was highly dominated by Pack and, what was it, Gwen?
Yeah.
Last week?
No, where Afi won it.
Afi, yeah. Afi was... so this is going to be a surprise for beginners. I mean, that Afi is in the top 8 with that many points is already a surprise. And now definitely I want to see him in the playoffs. And also here in the warm-up, he's dominating again.
Yeah, so...
Of course, now they retire.
Yeah, but still, it was a very good warm-up again by Pack. But yeah, the top 3 from last step were Afi, Papu, and Pack here. But what I really want to stress out is here that it was a very close map. It was 3 seconds between 1st and 8th position. So people certainly know where to drift, where to save, and where to risk here on this track. But if you're dead on this one. As Pack didn't get the best start, let's go into the helicopter cam and see who made that first mistake. It is Papu, who has gotten himself 2 points by being in last position. So unfortunately, as we've already told you guys beforehand, it is Ganix who cannot participate due to some personal reasons. So hopefully everything is good, and the personal life will always go into priority. As Tween makes that first major mistake, as well as Bran, who are right now on P14 and 15. And then we will go into the first speedy section. We have to just do the drift beforehand here to get a good line into that freewheel section. And then the identity is coming in here, as we see Spam, who played this map under a lot of pressure here. Maybe you remember where he was keeping his points on step number 4, if I recall it correctly, with a battle against Kappa, and Spam was able to keep his points. But we also see Riolu here in that top 8 for now. And the first identity is being passed by all of the players here. You only see Matt tremendously behind it, as well as Bran. But what a close fight here. 8th position and you're 0.5 behind 9th position. So this is a very, very close fight, and Pack is in the mix here for their battle. But yeah, you have said it. It is Afi in the lead. Afi really dominating performance here by the BDS player. 0.3 ahead. Really nice performance.
It just makes me smile to see Afi perform on this. Knowing where he came from, knowing the pressure he's on, how he's performing.
Yeah.
It's just super refreshing to see.
It's unbelievable, and especially a player that I've not seen that far up. I mean, he's on P4 and he can win Trackmania Grand League maps. So the first time I was coming into contact or into touch with Afi is where he was grinding for that 200 STMs, because I played Trackmania Turbo as well, and it was unbelievable how fast he was learning maps and also how good he was on dirt and everything. But it's really nice to see him that he is such a good player, you know. It really puts a smile on my face as well. So it's really, really cool to see. But didn't get the best entry there into this identity. And now Pack is still remaining in that 2nd position, but really great performance. In the meantime, we see Gwen, his direct opponent, being on P12, and also Papu not having a lot of points in sight here, only finding himself in P13. So Pack again looking to get himself a valuable amount of points here to maybe go into the leads, or like to extend his lead in the ranking.
Definitely, it almost mirrors last step where he had a really good opener. I think he had 48 points after that he lost afterwards, but he's on a good road again.
Yeah,
let's
really,
hope he
really
keeps
good.
him this week.
Of course, he has to survive all 6 maps. Map 1 and 2 so far are looking very good, but look at the fight here actually between P3 to 7. It looks very close, so we can see Pack here in the distance, as Afi and Pack are just not having a battle at the moment, but they are just giving us a very good overview here over the field of players. As I'm following Carl Jr. right now, approaching that 3rd identity on circles. Pack does it really good. Actually comes closer here towards Afi, just a tiny bit. We see different approaches. Oh, but Pack didn't get the best line here, I thought for a minute, but I think Afi just did it very, very good. But look at the speed from Pack. Never mind, comes 0.10 closer, so nothing has been decided here yet. But if I recall it correctly, it was Pack who was gaining on this tech section, and Afi's start and identity was very, very good, if I remember that one correctly.
Definitely. You can also notice that Afi and Pack have different lines towards the end. I'm not able to tell which one is faster, but both of them seem to be quite similar.
Yeah, so I think Afi has the more direct line throughout this identity, and Pack gets more speed in this freewheel section. And also here we see different approaches into the reactor boost loop, where Afi just jumped on the last tiny bit here of the reactor boost, and Pack jumped super flat on it, so very safe. But Pack of course knows that there's no need to risk it here, as he is 0.13 behind, going to that 4th identity, pardon me. And yeah, Pack pushing it here. Look at that, Pack really wants that 20 points here. He maybe wants to make that perfect step. It could be the 2nd map victory for him in a row, but then it's also Cole Jr. coming up here. So now we have a 3-man battle here. Every player in between 0.05 of a second. And then also there's Aurel in P4. What a fight are we witnessing, Speedy? Oh my god, what a fight. Pack falling a bit behind. Afi still in first, but Aurel and Cole Jr. all of a sudden have overtaken Pack here.
It's just astounding. I mean, Afi is still keeping his lead, so this is already good to see. But where did Aurel come from? I have no idea.
Yeah, just...
Wasn't he like in the middle of the pack?
Yeah, he was, I think, 0.7 behind, but those things are just Aurel things as well as Bren. They are so capable of pushing it out of nowhere. They are so skilled, and they are showing us here that they want to make it into the playoffs. They know, they are thinking, I belong there, I can do it, the will is stronger, and that's why they are performing like that. They just gaining time out of nowhere, as we see Carl Jr. actually has the fastest lap now. I reckon it was the last lap, but still it is Afi with an outstandingly good performance here. Going to that 2nd last identity, Pack clips it there again, overtakes Carl Jr. with that, but still we have One more identity after that to pass Peck in second position, but Aurel with a little bit more speed as well as Carl Jr. So they have overtaken him here, 0.5 between Peck and Afi here. And then we have also Tween in P5. But let's focus here on this battle for that top 4.
This is such a back and forth. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's super amazing. I just have to say that Carl Jr. falls a bit behind towards that 4th position. Afi still in the lead, but now it is for either 12 or 14 points. And Aurel is definitely interested in getting himself 2 additional points compared towards that 3rd position, because every point matters. He's at 70 points, so he needs to get at least 37 points to overtake either Massa or Spam.
Definitely, and I think it's safe to say at this point that Afi won this map. Again, deserved.
But there's one more identity
Peck a bit shaky.
Yeah, Peck falling a bit behind. Afi has a 0.5 over second lead. Tween also in the mix here for that 4th position. Peck with a good identity entry here. But we see Afi here. Let's follow Peck for that last jump. Didn't do it that good. Didn't get the smoothest landing. So he has not a lot of speed to work with here. But it's enough to stay ahead of Aurel. So Peck with the 2nd position. Afi wins it. Aurel in 3rd. Tween in 4th position. Overtaking Carl Jr. even. And look at that. Top 8 in between 2 seconds.
Impressive stuff. Obviously not the easiest map. So we saw some mistakes there. Especially with Matt and Riolo. But still, this was a really great fight. The last 2 laps with Aurel, Carl. Oh, Carl actually dropped down.
Yeah.
Behind Tween.
Yeah.
Also interesting, but it was intense laps. Great to see.
Matt not able to finish. Or he did. Wait. Okay, it was a little bit of a lag. I see. Because on my screen he was miles away. But yeah, Peck in the lead. Ahead of Afi in 2nd. And then we have Carl Jr. in 3rd. Aurel in 4th. So also good points for him. But he needs... All the maps have to be like that. And still a good performance here for the Gaming Privé player. And definitely interesting. So I'm just gonna go into the league ranking here. And I'm gonna show you what will happen here. So we have Spam still on 8th position, of course. Evon only 19 points behind. And then we have Aurel, so still 19 points behind. And Aurel catching up big time here, is at 90 points now. Scrappy not doing it super well here. And Tween also, after a very good start on all the maps, he has gotten himself eventually some points. But he could have actually been in this fight for that 1st or 2nd position on the 1st map. So 16 points still good for him, but he needs more than that, the Slovakian player.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Bren jumping up in the ranking there with his 18 points that he got so far. So he's not out. Especially now that we are starting to lose points, it's going to be interesting.
Exactly. Now we are going, or the players are going to lose points. So if you're in the lower 8th position, or this time 7 positions, you will lose 50% of your points. So let's say Afi will get 9th position, and he will lose 12 points with that, because he's accumulated 25 points already. So this can happen to him, but to any other player. So we lose 50% of your points, and you will add up the points that you have gathered here. So now the step is starting. Now it's getting interesting, but really nice performance by Peck so far. Didn't get the fastest lap time, but 1st and 2nd position also comes in very handy for him to move up into the ranking here. Already on P3, only 15 points behind Carl Jr., who's currently in the lead because of a very good 1st and 2nd map. And then Gwen only with 10 points.
It's going to be interesting to see how the players adapted to last week on this map.
Yeah.
So a lot of people struggling with the identity here with the 3 bug slides in a row. So I'm getting surprised. I want to let myself be surprised how the players trained it. Yeah. So this could again be a heartbreak.
Also some sort of meta, right? We have seen it on Paradise, the map with the ice wall, right? Kind of, where you had to do either turnaround or go super far up. Where players have adapted to the line from Gwen and Afi. Maybe you remember that. So maybe players have figured something out here as well. As of course you will lose 50% of your points again if you're in the lower 8 or 7 positions this time. And we see no player majorly falling behind. But Gwen, look how far ahead he is. Already 0.2 of a second. What a crazy start by Gwen.
I'm not sure what Gwen has drunk before the match, but there's always one map where he's just rocket shipping away from everybody else. the first step. I have no idea how he's doing this, but it's amazing to watch.
Yeah. I will go ahead and follow Matt for that first identity, because he was my secret pick for the last step. And he's definitely a player who can make that one pretty well, as he goes for a super good bug slide. Oh, let's see who's... Oh, someone was falling behind. It is Massa. Massa with a mistake. And yeah, Massa 17 points. So 8 points on stake. And also Riolu, Carl Jr., Evon and Scrappy finding themselves in the lower seated position, as well as Bren. Then we have Pack finding himself in P6. So a lot of things have happened here in this identity. Gwen, Aurel, Afi, top 3. But Gwen, who just with a very good performance. And also Aurel, he really wants to push it. And this could be a very interesting step, because that's what I wanted to tell you guys. It is Aurel performing outstandingly well. He wants it. He really wants it. And also the other players are pushing it. Kappa, Spam, they are in need of some points. But then we have Massa in P15 right now. Still only 2 seconds behind. But Massa is a glass cannon. And did this really scratch on his mentality or on his gameplay by playing under pressure now.
Also again, see Gwen having a solid lead there. Aurel obviously also in the picture, but Afi.
Yeah.
Afi once again in the top 3. Amazing.
Amazing, but also Peck in the top 4 here, and now overtaking Afi, so nice jinx there. And let's follow Peck for that second identity on that third map. Gwen in the lead, then we have Aurel, and Aurel, I can feel that, I can smell his pressure here. He does not have to make a mistake. Peck with a beautiful identity, but Kappa did it super well as well, as he is right now in that 4th position. But look at this slide from Peck. Oh my god, he barely didn't get that CP, but Kappa with more speed jumping into that slope. So he is up to P3 again. But what a great fight, as we see Afi, Tween, Spam and Papu also in that top 8. And Scrappy didn't really get too many points on that on the prior 2 maps. And also Bren and Carl Jr. here, the former Team Solary players who played together in a team, if you remember it, right now in the reds.
Definitely unexpected to see Massa, Evon and Carl Jr. in the bottom, but this map is not easy. So last time, when with a mistake there, interesting one, because I have no idea what happened to him.
Yeah, me neither. I just was seeing him to slow down, but now we have Aurel in the lead, and this will come in super handy for him, because 20 points will put him up to 40 points. This is a very good performance here from the gaming privé player. He knows, or he has shown that he's one of the fastest players out there. And this looks super, super good for him so far, as we see Afi and Gwen with such a risky jump, overtaking Peck here in the meantime. But now this identity will come up. Peck goes super far outside, was able to save it just barely, but had to readjust his line, so he will get overtaken by a lot of players, but just stay in that top 8. But look at that, all of a sudden, one small mistake, and Peck is down to P7. Wow.
This identity is just so tough. Wow. Also, Cartuna seems to come closer again to the top 8 to keep his points.
Also Scrappy.
Scrappy as well, yeah, now he made it to 7th place, so this is not over.
Yeah,
we have 2 more laps of intensity in front of us.
Yeah, and 3 more identities, as we see Papu with a very outside line, so he gets a lot of speed. But we see Kappa, Afi and Aurel, and as well as Gwen battling out here for that first position. Really close fight going on there. So Aurel still in the lead ahead of Afi, but only 0.08 of a second. And then we have Scrappy and Pack with that battle here for that 7th position. So let's follow Pack. He really gives us a very, very good overview over the players here. You can really see how stacked it is on top. But Aurel just falls a bit behind here in this section as well. So Afi in the lead. So really great performance by the BDS player Afi. Really, really great job. But now the identity, everything can change here. And it's very important for the people to not make a mistake. As we see Scrappy does a very good, jumps a little bit too far to the right there. But Aurel! Oh my god, Aurel almost died there. But that wasn't the case. He was able to stabilize his cannon. Actually gets a lot of speed, but drops down to P5.
Wow. But all the players made it pretty well there. So even though Aurel was struggling, still survived. Impressively, but
oh, Pack! This is not good, and this means that, well, he's still ahead here, because Carl Jr., Tween and Spam are a little bit further behind, but still this put a little bit of dent into his motivation here of maybe pushing it, and now he can save it. But we can see Cow Jr. is 1.2 seconds behind, so not a major battle is going on here. Pack is the lone wolf at the moment. So let's follow up here. And I will follow Aurel here just for the moment, because I really hope, and I hope that not the caster's curse is kicking in, that he will survive this identity.
But also the thing is, Pack is not allowed to save here. The identity is simply too hard. Where did Cow Jr. go?
Wait, what? Cow Jr. is now ahead of Tween. And look,
yeah.
Spam, Cow Jr. and Tween are battling it out for that 8th position, but they give us...
Wow.
They give us Pack here. Let's see, is Pack making that identity? He knows that the people are behind him. He's in the 7th position. Yes, he's making it. Aurel dropping a little bit behind again, but just want to say that he's up to P4 again. So back and forth, and Massa up to P8. Didn't he make a mistake? What? Massa really wants to get himself into the playoffs. That is a really great performance, but now he's down to P10. So this is not looking good for the Berlin International Gaming player, as Tween and Spam are ahead of him.
Wow, this is so close there. Impressive, but we also see Pack falling behind more and more here. But obviously he's saving it right now. He's not going for it anymore. There's no reason for him.
Yeah.
Just grab the easy point and call it a day on this map.
Yeah, maybe he just wants to get done with this map, take home 6 points, go up to 40 points, stay ahead of one of those players, or about of all those players. And then he is happy with that. So Massa, 10th position. He has to risk it. Pack has to survive this identity. And Tween and Spam, they have nothing to lose. What a close fight here between them. It's about 6 points and also 8 points for Tween. And then they could potentially make it. But we have one more identity that players have to pass. Let's follow actually Spam and Tween, as we also see Pack there in the ahead of them, as Spam goes into the lead here. Against Tween. Very good identity, but Massa is pushing it as well. This could be everyone's battle. Spam is dying, and Massa is indeed taking home that 8th position. What a great ending by Massa. Pack in 7th. Greatly done. And then we have Gwen, Papu, and Afi in the top 3. Scrappy in 4th, and Aurel taking home 9 points. 8 points. No, 9 points. But yes, Spam and Tween completely died there in the ending.
Wow. Oh,
What happened?
Bran almost fell off the map now. Wow, this identity is quite something. Wow. Like, last week it already made some hard breaks, and this week as well. But really close races, really nice and really enjoyable.
Yeah. And now it's getting closer and closer. Spam has lost 50% of his points. And Massa was keeping his points. So this will put Massa ahead of Spam, of course. And also Spam will get attacked by Aurel, who was on 70 points before that step. And let's take a look onto the ranking, as of course this one is very decisive. We still have those last maps, but Aurel at 99 points, Spam at 119. So he is coming closer and closer, has already overtaken Evon here. And also Scrappy is at 86 points, so nothing has been decided here yet. It will just be super hard for Tween, and I think we can call it the GG for Bren already. Unless he will win all the maps now and will get super fast times. But he's only at 12 points here after map number 3.
Yeah, definitely. I think Bren is out of the picture for this. At this point, he should just try to be an annoyance to the other players, especially to people like Massa, Spam, and Aurel.
Yeah.
And just shake up the field. But I don't see this surprise or this wonder, miracle, whatever you want to call it, happen. It's a bit unlikely at this point.
Yeah, it is still possible, but yeah, it is unlikely. And I think one of those players will keep their points. As of course, the field can be shaked up, but one player who has his points, I want to say her points, but why? Will definitely keep their points because we only have 15 players. Let's say on map number 6, one player will definitely keep his points. So this is important information, as we have GlacierHiking by Firestorm. So again, a Firestorm map. We have to activate that reactor boost up here, and then pass that one here before the reactor boost has vanished. So a very short map, 1 minute in length. So an expected round time of, let's say 6 minutes, something like that.
Also good, something to note. I believe this was Evan's best map, where he tied with Tween. So, especially with Evan now having 97 points in the league, this could be a game changer if he wins this.
Exactly. And also focusing on Massa and Spam here, and also Kappa, because they are certainly not safe yet as we go into the mesmerizing helicopter cam again. You see Gwen with the best start, Papu, and also Kappa and Pack not with the best section there, but I mean, we're just talking about 0.2 of a second, so not too much. Matt again with a very slow start. Unfortunate to see that. Tween in the lead, then we have Gwen also in the mix here, so very nice to see that. Pack goes super far up there. Interesting approach from Pack. Does he get more speed from that? I'm not sure if this one was faster, but Pack down to P13. And this would mean minus 20 points, but
Kappa.
Great section there. And Kappa, yes indeed, Kappa with a small mistake. And as well as Riolu and Matt, who are a little bit further behind now. 1 second here between them and the safe 8th position. Turnaround, yes, greatly done by Pack. Let's see, will he make it happen? Papu not with the best amount of speed. He will lost the reactor boost first. And the thing is, you will get the reactor boost, but you only have a certain amount of time to make it happen. And if you have a misalignment over that stretch, you will completely lose it. And we also see Kappa. Yeah, Kappa, Papu, Cole Jr., and also Matt not with the best start here. But so many things are happening here right now. So many position changes. And I think someone was a bit laggy. Spam? Wait, what? Okay, Spam, no, with a mistake. Oh, no. This is not good. Look at that. Spam is making the mistake, and Aurel is on the 8th position. Oh, no, oh, no. And also Massa is doing good. So Spam is the player right now who could not make it into the actual playoff phase.
Especially with everyone now advancing in the field, about to overtake Afi. Lost his speed in this jump now. But this is definitely an interesting situation right now for Spam.
Yeah.
Massive comeback, but identity time looks solid. Oh,
Pack, this is not good. This is hard to save, but Pack did it pretty well. You will lose the reactor boost, right? And Pack did it really well here. He didn't die, so he's still in the race here for that top 8, and he is still leader right now.
Tween is connected.
Wait, what? Tween? Where's
Tween is gone.
Yeah, but Tween has already won the race. GG. Because we had this cheering and everything. So
he has the fastest lap with 300s.
Yeah, nice time, Tween. Nice time. Okay, so Tween, I'm not sure what has happened there, but Tween is on first, and you can see it's a bit bugged here. So Aurel, who's right now on 8th position or 9th on the seating there, and Pack is on 9th right now, is on 8th position, but maybe Pack is playing, maybe it will get shown there. But Pack with a great identity section here, gets a lot of speed, doing it really well here. So Pack is surviving it, and so did the other remaining players. Tween still with the fastest lap time here. You see it.
The big question is, where is Tween? Because we cannot see him anymore on the track. Is he actually leading? Is the question.
Yeah, we don't know it, and I think we will find it out just afterwards, because this is of course a little bit of a bug that has happened there, or maybe some connection issues. But what we can see is here that Evon, Massa and Afi are in 3, 4 and 5, so Afi could go into the lead here, and also Pack is still in that needed 8th position.
Also, one thing we have to mention is if Tween bugged out and gets the first place for free, basically, and the person in 9th place loses his points, that maybe we get some drama today. So maybe it's getting spicy as well.
No, I don't think that that there will be some. Oh,
round skipped. They had to skip it. Seems.
What? Oh my god.
So yeah, technical difficulties can happen.
Oh, but in this phase, oh my god, I'm not sure what to think about that. Actually, I'm not sure what to think about that. Of course, it's the right decision, but still, couldn't they done it like immediately and not after the 5th lap? Whew.
I
Because-
believe they were checking what happens in the next lap and something was broken.
Yeah.
But this definitely falls under a server issue, not a player issue at this point.
Okay, yeah. I hope that everything is fine on Tween's side, because you can see here he was bugged, and
It's
yeah,
actually not shut.
it will
which
get
is pretty
repeated
sad.
since players are in need of those points. Whew. So
Let's actually check the Discord in the meantime.
yeah,
There's
check the Discord.
something.
Let's check it. So servers are up and running. Wow. Because now, for the people in the top 8, they will definitely have... This will super... If they make any mistake, it will be super, super unlucky, right? And I hope that this will not happen.
Definitely.
Oh man, oh man. Okay, so let's go here into the pre-game. And guys, we will keep you updated about the things that have happened. We are still just finished map number 3. And Tween had some technical difficulties. So take a little bit of... Be a little bit patient and grab yourself some beverages. And enjoy, because we still have 3 more maps to go. And yeah, this could definitely create a drama here. Yeah, indeed. It could create a drama. Just because players who are in the top 8, let's say Aurel or Evon, Massa, right? They are in need of those points. And in this situation, it can be super, super, super hard. But because now they can definitely not... The race won't go the way it went beforehand, right? Wow.
I mean, I believe the map will be replayed.
Yeah, of
I
course.
could be mistaken, but it would be the most logical option in my opinion. Yeah.
I think Mizo, I think it's not here for about the Nadir service, but actually we will go live again. So be in the top 8 as Tween. What is Tween doing? Wait.
It's still bugged
Yeah,
on
it's
the
bugged for him.
interface.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. So Tween is still bugged and we will skip again.
I think they
Okay.
have to restart, not skip.
Yeah, they have to get all the points here. Oh man, oh man. Things like that can happen, right? It can happen.
Can happen, it definitely should not happen in an official competition, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Indeed. Maybe it's Tween's connection. Maybe it's some sort of program that is running, that is correlating with it. You never know. You never know what is happening there, what is causing that. And that's the problem.
Speedhack.exe crashed or something.
Indeed.
Y plus 100 seconds. It keeps counting him as a player for some odd reason. And at some point the seconds are only shown in numbers and no decimals. That's just a feature of the new game and the interface that TMGL offers. Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point it's not clear if it's a connection issue from Tween to the server or the server to Tween.
Yeah, they need to figure it
Or,
out now. As
Or
soon as
if
possible.
it could also very well be the script that we are using that
It's
could
the
be
script.
crashing.
It's plus 115 seconds still. Tween is still... The thing
It's
is...
frozen.
Okay, now it's working. It is working here, and we are live again. So it was just an interface bug where Tween was winning it on, and everything seems to work out again. So thanks Nadeo here for that quick solution, because sometimes it's not that hard to do it like that. But we are live again here on the map, so it has been replayed. GlacierHiking is map number 4, and let's see if any player makes a mistake now. I will definitely... It could be a very sad day here for Evon, Aurel, and Massa, because those are the players who can make it, or it could be knocked out of the playoffs. And
It's also a godsend for players like Papu that made a really big crash.
yeah, and now Aurel, just when I talked about that, Aurel makes that mistake, and he's falling behind as well as Bren. But Aurel makes that speed check. Bren didn't do it that good, and Aurel only 1 second behind, but still, you know, it is 1 second, right? He was on a very good pace. He was on P8, and now the pressure is kicking in. So let's see. Pack was surviving this identity. Very greatly done. Spam is up to P7, and then we have Scrappy, Afi, Kaujina, Matt, Papu, and Aurel in the other placements, and Gren has made that first mistake, finding himself 6 seconds behind, passing that speed check, but he won't have a saying here in this round.
Definitely. It kind of seems like the positions did not change to before the restart, but of course the mentality has changed.
Yeah. And also the pressure, right?
Definitely the pressure increased and also your momentum crushed. So now it will show who's a real good player and who can deal with pressure.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of those players have stage experience, so that's obviously a factor as well.
But who has no stage experience is Evon, and look at Evon! He's going up to P3! He jumped so far ahead there. But yeah, you were stressing that one out. Evon makes the mistake, and I think this is not enough. Evon is dead with the respawn. I was spectating the right person there, but let's see who made that mistake as well. Peck made another mistake. I'm sorry that I was spectating Evon there, but oh my god, so many things have happened there.
Spam have made the mistake there.
8 seconds, and yeah, this is you said it's a godsend, but on the other hand, it can really backfire. And now Peck is down to P15. It could be minus 20 points for him. Not again. Oh no.
This is a repeat of last week at this point.
Yeah.
Aye.
So Evon only lost 2.6 seconds with that towards that 8th position. So it's not too much. Aurel up to 8th position. And then we have Scrappy, Afi, Kappa, Riolu, and Massa. And as well as Tween. So Tween, not only in the lead with his speed egg, but also in the live ranking just now. Wow, but yeah, Peck is so far behind. He won't have a saying here. So Speedy, should we focus on the battle here for that 8th position?
Definitely. The identity can switch some things up, but I have my doubts that it will affect a lot, especially now with Peck crashing once again in front of it.
Yeah.
It's not looking too good. It's obviously not worst case scenario. He's keeping half his points.
Indeed.
But still, phew.
Minus 20, that's one map victory, right? And
that's one map victory, and it's pretty rough.
Yeah, Aurel and on P7, then we have Afi and Scrappy. So Scrappy 21 points and Afi 37 points. So what a great performance. I was not expecting him performing that well. And also Massa on the 3rd position, battling out with his countryman Riolu here. But Riolu, oh no, I'm sorry Riolu. The next beer will go on me for that jinx. Riolu is completely dead here. Actually, Gwen overtook him as well, and now Riolu down to that 9th position. And Gwen, 30 points. He will be certainly very happy to keep half of them. So he is 7 seconds behind, and Peck is 8 seconds behind that 8th position. But still, it's so much. It's such a huge gap, and it's safe to say that Peck will have a hard time, especially that we go into the second to last lap already.
Also something to note, we only have 14 players left as Bran has given up. And we also see Spam dropping down to last place now.
Yeah.
Must have failed the identity, I'm not sure, I didn't see it. But, phew.
Yeah, and now Aurel is really capitalizing for that. Aurel is pressing B for boost, and Aurel could actually not overtake, but come very, very close towards Spam. So we could have a second to last or last map decider here who's going to the playoffs if it's either Spam or Aurel, because Spam only with 6 or 7 or 8 points just after this map. So this could be very interesting. Also Aurel is doing this identity very well as Scrappy. But of course on the last map you are losing 100% of your points, and this could catch every player. Every player could catch that. And who was that? Who was falling behind there? It is Massa. Actually, when I was praising him, Massa drops down to P7, but still he was respawning. You can see
also
how huge those gaps are. And yeah, Riolu as well with the complete respawn here and down now to P14. So Spam was overtaking him and Riolu more than 20 seconds behind. Peck 5 seconds behind and 1 second behind Evon. But nothing will happen here as Tween is 4 seconds in the lead. What? What a performance by Tween.
I believe he's the only player that managed to survive the identity every single round.
That's wow. This just shows how this restart has affected those players. It's unbelievable. It's 5 seconds of a lead for Tween. What a great performance. Impressive to see that. Is he surviving it again? Yes, he's doing it and he's winning. Kappa is getting himself 2nd position. Then we have Afi in 3rd, overtaking Scrappy. And also Aurel almost snipes it there in the ending, but also a 5th placement for him is good. Gwen in 6th, Massa stays in 7th. He will be happy about that. And Cole Jr. also
Peck.
keeping his points. Matt, Evon, Peck. Wait, Peck?
He's laying on the finish line.
Peck! And also
and
Riolo with a mistake.
doesn't finish. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, did Peck finish now? Yeah, Peck finished. Okay, but it was
and
short.
Riolo, yeah. Riolo doesn't finish.
Oh no, is he finishing? Oh no, Riolu. Oh, minus 3 points for him and not plus 2 points for him. But still the best lap is by Tween here, those 500ths of a second. So nice time to Tween. This is definitely WR. But yeah, now Tween up here into P4.
We also have a new face leading the step.
Afi, yep. And then Aurel in 2nd position. So let's take a look here into the league ranking. Look at this. Aurel, 9 points behind Spam. 9 points. And then we have Kappa also has gotten himself a lot of points. But yeah, Evon and also Scrappy has gotten himself a lot of points as well as Tween. So for Tween it will be a very, very unlikely scenario that Aurel, Evon, Spam and also Massa will lose, or like only Spam or Massa will lose their points and Tween will win all the 2 maps. But it can happen, right? It can happen. So Tween is Tween is definitely one of the players who can make it happen, especially coming into the new tracks now, where we have SnowStep here, a map by Link and Tona, which is part of the final phase, where 7 players will unfortunately lose all of their points.
It's not gonna be pretty.
Nah, it will be a very dirty ending.
But that map, once again GlacierHiking, it didn't disappoint.
Yeah.
It had everything.
It didn't disappoint. And this describes the Trackmania Grand League format pretty good. So it didn't disappoint. And yeah, Peck has dropped from 1st to 8th position. Now with 25 points. But everything can happen here on those identities. You have named it. Those identities are a little bit more skill based. Maybe this ice section here can be a bit random also in the ending. But still, the maps are more skill based concerning the identity. So really looking forward to that. But we will have a small break here of 5 minutes. Whew. Man. What happened to Yannick's? Okay, he has some personal issues and that's why he's not playing today. So that's unfortunate, but I hope that everything is good on his side. And yeah, of course, the personal life always goes over or has more priority than Trackmania, of course, even when you're in a contract with a team. Yeah, you're welcome, man. And yeah, any more questions? Any more questions here? Do points matter for players in playoffs? Miso, actually they do matter, since there is a seeding, because we have like 2 semifinals, I think. And the first player won't play against the second player. And the players who are on the top 4 will play against the bottom 4. So somehow you get seeded. So it is likely that you play... Well, actually, we can check it here in the rulebook. We can check it here in the rulebook. We can... Oh, wait. I'm gonna open it here. Rulebook Trackmania Grand League. So let's see. We have... okay, playoffs. Okay, so... We see here... Opening playoffs. And then there must be something with seeding or so on. Okay, wait a minute. So in the so we have a format called Final, where we have 5 tracks, which will be played 2 rounds, and the number of rounds per tracks are 3. Respawns are allowed, also hide opponents, and you can see there at the end of each round, the player finishing first wins a point and reaches the finalist status. The rest of the players will win no points. To qualify for the next phase, a player needs to win a round while being in finalist status. So you have to win 2 rounds. There can be multiple players to win with final status. Okay, so we have 8 players in that, so we don't have any sort of seeding going on because every player will play against each other. But we have maps that will be picked. The top 4 will pick maps. We will pick a map. The 4th player will pick map 1. The 3rd will pick map 2. The 2nd will pick map 3. And the 1st will pick map 4. So that's the kind of seeding that you're going for. So it could matter if you're, let's say you're good on this map and you really want to play it, then you pick it, right? If you're in the top 4.
It's actually quite an interesting system, yeah.
So yeah, top 4 matters, but somehow the top 4 is decided somehow. Well, I mean, Papu is coming a bit closer here, though. I mean, Afi, what the hell? Afi up to 3rd position? Afi could win this. Afi could win everything here with a good step.
When fails at any point, then Afi is leading this. But now Afi finds himself in the same position that Peck was in last week, where he had 48 points. And
the rest is history.
We obviously don't wish him the same fate, but you should never forget about it.
Yeah, as we see Peck practicing this ice identity here, this the second to last jump on this one, because this is really decisive, as he did it pretty well. But we will continue in 30 seconds, and we will know more as we go into the final phase just now. I'm really interested to see that, because, you know, there will be players losing 20 plus points, and it is a nightmare to see. But of course, this is part of the Trackmania Grand League. 10 seconds. Any guess here who will win this map? Just from your gut feeling. What do you think? Who's gonna win?
This map?
Yeah.
Maybe Tween.
Maybe Tween. I'll go with Aurel, actually. So let's go here. Be in the top 8. It's the final phase. Let's see what is happening here as we go into the helicopter cam. Hopefully no connection issues or server issues this time around as on the prior map. But it looks like every player survives the start. Carl Jr. in last position, however. So an unusual picture of seeing him in last. And then we have Massa, Gwen, Peck in top 3. Peck goes for an outside approach. Matt also did it pretty nice. Gets himself a lot of speed in this section. But yeah, what a mesmerizing look here. Matt with a mistake again in the first couple of turns. And this is not good for him again. So we have seen this so many times that Matt made mistakes. But yeah, we are approaching the first identity. We are coming closer and closer. And the next part will be super decisive as Gwen is in the lead. Then we have Massa and Peck behind. Afi, Evon, Tween, Spam and Scrappy are in the top 8. And Aurel is right now tied with the 8th position on the dot. Dead even. So this part can be really decisive as you have to squeeze yourself through the trees. And you can definitely hit them. So let's see. First identity coming up. Grass to dirt jump. And then we have a ice to normal tarmac jump. As you can see here. Oh, Peck making a mistake. Actually, oh no, this is not good. As well as Evon and Peck with a dead respawn. Can he make it now? He's going for it again. And now he gets a lot of speed. But Peck down to P15 actually. He is in last. But now Evon also with a mistake. Maybe the pressure is coming in. But Peck with a mistake. Oh no, this is not good. And he really needs to rely on multiple mistakes from people. But yeah, this could be very, very unfortunate for him. And he could drop down to P5.
Could definitely drop down to P5 at this point.
Yeah.
He was relying on the speed there, but for some odd reason he tried to risk it, and it didn't work out with that angle that he had. So not sure what he was planning on doing, but it didn't work out, and now he sits in P14 for that.
Yeah, I mean there's still the last map, and also people can make mistakes. I'm following Scrappy right now, who's at 31 points and not doing super good. My side bet, Aurel, is on 2nd position, followed up by Afi and Gwen, who are in 1st and 2nd, so he's following them. I mean, and then Scrappy is on 11th, so he needs to catch up to some people, but maybe mistakes in this identity will happen. This first jump is not too hard, but still mistakes can happen as we see Riolo dropping a bit behind. But this ice slide is super, super hard. Tween touching a bit, and so Scrappy comes close here. Tween not with a smooth trajectory here, and all of a sudden it's Scrappy only 0.7 away of getting into the green. And yeah, Matt, P8 right now, great performance.
Also noteworthy that Carl Jr. seems to be losing by not making mistakes, but simply being outpaced.
Wow.
This is something that I've not seen in ages.
What a time to be alive, man. That's actually incredible. So maybe Carl Jr. has not put too much practice into this track. But yeah, he's 4.4 seconds behind. So this is not good. Gwen, Kappa, and Aurel, the 30 boys, are in 1, 2, and 3. And then we also have Massa with 30 points in P7. And by the looks of it, it looks very scary here for Spam. It looks very, very scary for Spam.
Something happened in the scoreboard. I think Riolo dropped down.
Oh, and Matt as well. Matt and Riolo, yeah, indeed, they dropped behind. And yeah, Peck still on that 14th position, as well as Carl Jr., who is ahead of him. But yeah, Peck is 5 seconds behind. So really a miracle has to happen in order to let him go into the top 8. Oh, Peck. Oh my god, Peck. What are you doing? Jesus. So that was close. Also not the best transition there. So he loses additional time with that. And also Papu overtakes Matt with that, but still 3 seconds behind Massa here, who's right now in a battle with Tween and Afi. And Afi has actually dropped behind to 8th position. And this is pressurous for him because Afi versus Scrappy here. It is the player who has already qualified for the playoffs against the player who would love to qualify after he has lost so many points on the prior step. Scrappy, 31 points, 400ths of a second between him and Afi. Oh, Bren! Oh, Bren with a mistake. And now this allows Scrappy to be safe, and as well as Afi. So they are lucky with that, and Bren drops 2 seconds behind that 8th position.
This is of course heartbreaking for Bren, but it didn't seem to perform too well today. Always had some kind of struggles. Kinda unfortunate to see, but yeah. Guess the air is out for him.
Yeah, the air is out for him, as we say in German. Not sure if this is speaking in English, but I definitely know what you're talking about. Die Luft ist raus, ja? Die Luft ist raus. Getting some German in here. And
God, Peck is doing it again.
Yeah, Peck is doing it. Wait.
And he's overtaking.
Oh my god, Peck! Oh my damn. So he's 3.8 seconds behind and now overtaking maybe Carl Jr. and Matt. He's coming closer though. A fight here for that 11th position. But still he has to overtake 2 more players to make it happen.
So we'll take Riolo and Bren, which are quite far away.
Yeah, more than 2 seconds.
Not too impossible, but going by normal pace, this will not work out.
Wow, look at that. Every player with double-digit amount of points here. Or like, all players in the top 8 have double-digit amount of points. And Scrappy, Afi, Spam, Kappa, Aurel, Tween, all the players who could potentially make it are keeping their points going into the last map.
I also believe Matt just crashed. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's an awkward line there. Yes, he crashed. So yeah, Matt out here for that fight for that 11th position. But yeah, actually Riolo could make some damage here when he overtakes Afi in this ending. We have 2 more identities to go. But yeah, that's what he wanted to say. Riolo could ruin a day for Afi here. Of course, they had a lot of contact points. But yeah, it is actually Kappa who had to respawn. And Peck has overtaken him. And all of a sudden, it looks very good for Peck again. As he is only 2 seconds behind. And also Massa. What is happening? Oh, Peck versus Massa? Wait, Peck? Oh, what is happening? What? Peck up to P9.
Just top 10 anime betrayals right now.
Oh my god, now the last identity will decide it also for Massa here, as Massa is on P10 and Peck could ruin Massa's day here because he's at 30 points and he could lose all of them, as we see Riolo and Bren in sight there. But if they don't make a mistake, it will be almost impossible, or it is almost impossible to overtake them. So Massa down to P10, and this could be a huge mess up for him, and as well as Kappa and
Peg.
Massa and Peg with the mistake. So Massa has overtaken him. What happened to Peg there?
He jumped too much to the left.
Oh no.
I
So who will keep his points? Is it Bren ruining Kappa's, or Massa stay? Or will Massa or Kappa risk it there in the ending? We will find it out here. It is safe to say that he will lose his points, but let's focus on it because it can get really interesting here for that last identity. Bren surviving it. Yes, he does. Bren wins it over Aurel. Then we have Tween, Spam, Scrappy, Afi, Kappa risking it here, but it seems that all the players are surviving, and Kappa and Massa are losing their points going into the last map. And this is a super, super huge setback for them. Wow.
Wow. Everything happened there. Wow.
Mats.
That insane performance by Gwen.
Yeah, indeed. Also from Aurel. Aurel up to 52 points. Afi 57 points. Look at the ranking. Look at this ranking. What is happening? Going into the last map.
We have ourselves something online here now.
Spam, Aurel, Kappa, Massa, Scrappy. But only 3 are making it. It is safe to say. Well, is Peg safe? Yeah, Peg is safe. Peg is safe. Peg is in. But it depends if he is in that 4th position or not. Because we have learned that there is a seeding going on. So Peg versus Papu is the battle we are focusing on here right now. And then Spam, Aurel, Kappa, Massa, and Scrappy. So, Speedy, can we ask for more of a final?
I can only tell you, statistically speaking, we will have at least one of those top 5 having a heartbreak, maybe some tears, I'm not sure. So this is gonna be very interesting, and I think the best final to a group stage you can ask for.
Yes. Oh, I'm so hyped for that, but I'm also a bit terrified. Because, I mean, just imagine how a player will feel. Aurel, with the comeback of his life, finding himself in the green right now, as well as Kappa. And then we have Massa, after losing his points, in 9th. Scrappy also with a considerable good comeback. But guys, Spam, Aurel, Kappa, Massa, and Scrappy. If something happens to them, please scream in the chat. And, yeah, inform us. But yeah, Gwen, what a step for him. 253 points. He is 40 points ahead of Afi, who is in 2nd. Afi is in 2nd. What? If Gwen loses his points, Afi will win. What? Oh my god, I was not expecting that.
The
my
funny
god.
story is, anybody in the top 5 can win this.
Yeah, true, actually. If like Papu, Carl Jr., Afi, Gwen lose their points. Yeah, okay. I mean, Carl Jr. is kind of the one who is most favorite, as well as Gwen, because they have the most basic points, you know, going to that step beforehand. But I am super nervous about that. I'm not sure how the players are feeling as Matt makes the first mistake, finding himself 4 seconds behind, as well as Riolu. So the players who are down there, and actually Riolu was keeping his points, are dead. So they won't have a saying here, unfortunately. But now it is Gwen, 60 points. Tween, 47 points. He can also theoretically make it happen if all the players are somehow messing it up. Oh no, wait, actually 107 points. Yeah, he can still make it. He can still make it. Never say never. Tween can make it. But we have Peg and Gwen in the lead. Then we have Evon, Kappa, and... Oh, no, Evon is dead. Oh. Oh, no, that's a feels bad, man. So,
Oh, Gwen. Gwen had no speed going in there.
but he still made it, right?
He still made it, but smooth is a different word for that.
Yeah, so he was a bit lucky there as Peg is approaching this lap as the first player. So he is showing us here that he has practiced this track a lot. Maybe more than map number 5, or maybe this map just suits him better. So great performance by Peg so far. We have Tween, Kappa, Massa, Afi, and also Spam. Aurel, Massa, look at that. All the players are in here. Scrappy finding himself a little bit behind, so it will be a very hard task for him. But I hope that Aurel will just keep his points eventually. I just hope it. Oh,
you can
man,
tell
oh, man.
that the top 5 or the top 5 in this
Wow.
map so far are not taking no prisoners. Ooh.
Oh my god, it is so scary. What the actual hell?
Third jump is make or break.
Oh, Kappa! Kappa is dead! Kappa drops down here, and this is also, he will lose 5 points. 5 points that are very coming in very handy, because Massa could overtake Kappa with that. I have no idea what is happening right now, but we have Gwen overtaking Pack here, and then we have Tween in P3. Spam 4th, Afi 5th, battling up with Massa here. So Afi is on 2nd position right now in the total ranking. Would you have guessed that Gwen and Afi are winning, or are winning the qualification phase for the playoffs? I was not expecting that.
Definitely not. But judging by their performances, they were the more prepared ones. Maybe the maps were more fitting for them. I'm not sure about that, but just great performance.
Yeah, indeed. Very great performance. But who's not performing that well here is Scrappy. 4 seconds behind. And also Kappa, of course, he needs all the points possible. And those 5 points are very important for him. As we see Aurel going for that overtake. Very nice jump. Lands super good. But look at Afi's line. Afi with a mistake there. He has no speed to work with. And this means that Kappa and also Scrappy will come closer and closer here towards Afi. Afi again not with a smooth landing here, so he will drop down to P8. So only 1.3 seconds between him and the 8th position. Gwen still in the lead, followed up by Pack. And then we have Tween on 3rd. Also Spam with a very good performance. Massa also there in the mix. And then we have Aurel, who is of course, as you can see, ahead of Massa. So if Massa wins this, it is Massa, Aurel and Spam advancing here. But they can make a mistake in every turn here. In every turn, a mistake can happen. I don't hope that, but let's follow Pack here for that 4th identity here. Approaching it now. Gwen still in the lead. Good approach for him. Nice release. Also, Pack does it really good here. Oh, jump super close there. That was super close by Pack. By the UK driver here. But he was able to stay ahead here or on the track. Also gets a smooth landing there. But still the lead from Gwen is extending.
Also appears that Scrappy is coming close to Afi, you know?
Yeah. 0.10 of a second between him. Oh man. I'm not sure if he's actually making it then, because Massa has, of course, 112 points and he's ahead of him. He needs to rely on a mistake from either Spam or Rel or Massa here at this point. And now, yeah, Afi dropping behind. But, oh my god! Scrappy with the respawn. Oh no. So Scrappy is completely dead. And yeah, 4 seconds down the toilet. And Scrappy is down to 11th. So unfortunately, he won't make it into the playoffs. But still a very nice effort here. 40 points for him. And now Afi is on 8th position. So Scrappy not making it here. And, oh, Tween! Tween not making the jump there. Is falling behind a lot in this section. And this allows also Spam and Aurel to overtake him here. So Aurel with the dream here going into that last lap. Only one more lap to go. It is Gwen. 60 points for him. He could make it 80 here and win the Trackmania Grand League qualification, or how you want to call it here. The quali for the playoffs. This is a great performance by him, as he could go home with 82 points. And then also Pack here, who can overtake Papu with that performance, and thus could pick a map for the playoffs.
Is it me or did Afi die completely?
Wait, oh my god, yes, he died. Plus 10 seconds. Afi is dead. Oh my god, this is not good for Afi. And it actually it's good for Pack, because Afi will get overtaken by Pack with that. if I recall that one correctly. So this is not looking good. Scrappy is 3.6 seconds behind as Riolu is on P8 after making that mistake in the beginning. Kappa on P7. But then we have Gwen winning it over Peck, Massa, Aurel keeping his points, qualifying, and then also Spam qualifying. Tween as well. Kappa is probably not making it. Or is he? Let's actually check. Oh my god, Massa is... Wait, Massa is out. Massa is out. 2 points. Massa is not making it. What is happening? What a comeback by Aurel. And also Kappa stays ahead of Massa here. And Massa is the one who is the most unlucky person here of this step. Massa drops down 124 points and it's not enough. Aurel with the comeback of the century here. Massa, despite being on P3 here, it's not enough for him to stay ahead. So Massa is out. Aurel is in, Massa out. Wow.
Holy moly. Also Afi dropping from 2nd place to 5th.
This is not good, yeah. And this means that you could have seen Spam has almost overtaken Afi there. It was super close for Afi as well, so theoretically this was possible. But Gwen wins with 275 points. Carl Jr. in 2nd, Peck on the podium in 3rd, Papu in 4th, Afi in 5th, Spam in 6th, then Aurel making the comeback of his life with a tremendous step, 62 points. And then we have Kappa on the last spot here, just 2 points ahead of Massa. And also, what a step by Tween. What a step by Tween in 3rd place here. Wow, what a step.
Tween definitely performed out of his mind.
Yeah.
And if he performed the whole season like this, I think he would have easily made it in the top 8. But he seems to have made too many mistakes in the first 3 steps. But only then picked up the pace. So yeah, we'll see him in the combine.
Yeah. So Massa and Tween definitely the losers here, as well as Evon and Scrappy. So very huge setback for them. They could have made it, but they will be seen in the combine. Whew. So maybe let's talk to Peck. Let's go ahead and join in. Are you on the Discord or not? On the...
I don't believe I'm on the right one.
Okay, so I'm gonna join Peck then and talk a bit to him.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for joining in. Was a very, very good one. And I will catch you.
Thanks again for having me.
Catch you around. I will catch you around. Goodbye.
All right. Then, bye.
Yo, what's up? Hello? Hello? I guess Peck is not here, right? I'm not sure if Peck is here or not, but he is not replying. Oh man, oh man. But yeah, Aurel with the comeback of his century, and it is Massa actually going out. Wow, so no interview with Peck, unfortunately. But yeah, thanks again, M&M Gaming, for letting me cast this one. It was a lot of fun. And also thanks for you guys for tuning in a lot of times. Really enjoyed it. Okay, so Peck just disconnected there. And yeah, so no interview with Peck, as he is on the 3rd position. So this is really nice to see. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope that I can cast the playoffs in 2 weeks as well. And yeah, I will just call it a day here. Thanks all for watching, and goodbye, GG's. And I will catch you on the next cast. Goodbye. The combine is on the 14th November. Goodbye, guys.